Hi, I'm Jean DeVenny, and I'm here with my partner, Edson DeFreitas. And together we make up the New Day Real Estate Group here at Kylan Realty. And we're here to talk about rent versus own and how to get renters to hopefully buy. Edson has a lot more experience with this topic than I do, although I'm sure I'm going to have some questions for him. So I'm going to turn it over to Edson.
How you doing, Jane? Thank you so much for introducing me. I've been a realtor, as you know, for the past 3 years. I
Mm-hmm.
started in a different company. I recently joined Kyling with you, but I do have a lot of experience with rentals. I've been doing rentals for the past 3 years, even if not mistaken. Working a lot with Brazilians coming from Brazil, of course, or different states as well. On this market right now, the first thing that I talk to my clients when they ask me, "Hey, can you help me renting a house?" I go first, okay, have you ever considering buying a house first? The reason why is some people they don't realize that they can qualify, and most of the times the rent amount is equal or similar to the price of their mortgage.
And they don't realize that at all
No,
until
they
you
don't.
break it out.
Actually, right now as the normal market, on the normal market right now, we are not in a normal
Right.
market. We are in a
Don't
super
we
hot
wish?
market right now, especially for sales and for rentals as well. On the normal market, the price range is between 1,800 a month for the rental on the three bedrooms. Right now, actually, is jumping to a 2,000.
Wow.
So if you do a quick, easy math, within 12 months, if you're doing for 1,800 a month, now you're spending 22,000 a year. As of today, you actually going for the 2,000, so you're spending 24,000 a year just throwing out the window. You're not getting the money back.
You're not getting any equity. You're not getting your income tax refund or anything.
Anything, you don't get anything. But
Well,
on the other hand, the landlord, he's making a lot of profits on top of you.
yes.
I mean, his house is getting, as you said, property value. And use even my parents as an example. We bought a house back in 2012 for 220,000 actually
Mm-hmm.
in Millennium Park. 2018 we lived there for 6 years. 2018 we sold that for 380,000.
That's a good price.
That was amazing. Actually,
Yes.
if you had to wait it to today, the same house is being listed for 465,000.
Wow. Wow.
So within 3 years, the new landlord, the new owner, just made a $70,000 profit on the equity on the property. That's it.
Well, not
Plus,
bad.
oh no, not bad.
I'll
I
take
mean,
that any day.
any day. And also, the same property, if you're trying to rent that, you're gonna pay between 25 and 2,700 a month for the same property.
Oh.
When our mortgage was actually 1,300 a month. So if we kept the house, bought a new house, I was not a real estate at the time, a real estate agent at the time, so I did not have this knowledge, and the realtor did not help us on that. If you kept the house and bought a new house, we could use that rent to pay for itself plus all the new house as well.
Wow.
And one other thing that people don't realize, and they only realize that after they move to the rental, is you never own the property.
And why wouldn't they recognize that before they move to the rental?
Because they never realize that if they want to do any kind of major upgrades to the property, just saying your wife, you just rent this property, your wife did not like the kitchen. You're willing to pay yourself. You say, okay, I'll pay for myself. I'll do everything, but you need to ask permission from the landlord to do it. And guess what? If his wife likes the kitchen as is, they won't allow you to do anything. If you're trying to put fence in the backyard, you need every step of the way. You need permission, permission, permission. You can never do something major to the property before the landlord approves it.
And something else is someone else always has a key to your property.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is
Even
true.
though they will let you know when they're coming in, bottom line is they have a key to your property.
They always have a key to your property, and being honest, even if you do any upgrades and they allow you to do these upgrades, once you're moving out, the upgrade is going to stay there. So whatever you pay for that upgrade, now you're losing money again. And not even talking about deposit, talking about losing money if you don't have a social. A lot of Brazilians that are coming here, they don't have socials.
Social security number.
Social security number, yes. So they need to get ready to put between 2 and 3 months ahead for deposit plus the first month.
Really? Wow.
Exactly. I mean, you're on the 2,000 market right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, you're paying 2,000 in your mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to get in your house, you need to put between $6,000 and $8,000 just to get in the house.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Even if you're American and you have social and everything, you still depend on your credit, of course. You're gonna be required to put between 1 and 2 deposit plus the first month.
True.
So you're jumping from 4 to 6,000 regardless if you're trying to move in.
And of course, I guess your 2 deposit is probably a pet deposit.
Oh yeah, if you have pets, you need to put the pet deposit. Some people, some landlords, they actually charge you monthly extra for the pets. I've seen people charging $15, $20 extra every month per pet.
And they can also decide that certain breeds can't be there in the
Or
property.
how many
On the
pets you have in the property. There's so many. I mean, you don't own the property.
Right.
You
That's the
need to
bottom
ask
line.
permission for every single thing. And the worst thing is, your money's held hostage for the deposit. Anything that you do to the house and you damage anyhow, they're gonna take that out of your deposit, and now you're losing money. Your money is stuck with them for 12 or maybe even more months. Just saying that you have 4,000. You have 4,000 that it's someone else's pocket sitting there, not making any extra money for you, not any interest, no anything. So you might stay there for 2 years, okay, but it's gonna take you 2 years for you to get your $4,000 back, and just 4,000.
And with any luck, if you had purchased that property, you would make a lot more money just in equity and then your income tax deduction over that same period of time.
Of course. I mean, you invest in yourself instead of you giving other person money.
And let's face it, you own a home, and that is the American dream. Whether you come from Brazil or America, everyone wants to own their own home.
I believe we are pursuing the American dream here, to be honest. Doesn't matter who you are. You just need, and actually I have clients that ask me, okay, but if I don't like it? What if I moved here and I don't like the property? What if I want to go back to Brazil or a different state? I'll tell them, no problem. You don't like the property that you just bought, you can rent it, you can sell it, you can burn it down if you want to. It's your property. You can do whatever you want.
Well, let's hope they don't burn it down.
Yeah, not going that far.
Not that far.
But of course, the rent itself, I actually have one client that she bought a house here and now she lives in Oregon. Her her mortgage is $900 a month for her house. We rent the same property for $1,900 a month.
Gosh. Yeah.
So it auto pays, plus she has a profit of $1,000.
Wow.
So anytime that you have any clients that are asking what are the difference between rent or to own, you just point those 6 parts to them, explain to them, hey, I'm trying to do the best for you. I'm not just looking for a transaction, not trying to do just a commission on top of you. I'm actually trying to help you. My first sale in my career came from a rental. It was a Brazilian guy, accountant. He wanted to rent a house for $2,500. We sat on the table for 30 minutes, explained him everything that we just said here, and he said, "Well, it makes more sense for me to buy than to rent a property." Of course, we bought the house. He's lived here for 2 years, and we sold the same house. He bought for $340. We sold for $370.
So you've got a good client there, probably for life, because you really helped him out.
Oh,
helped
yes.
him make the right decision.
Yes.
Which is to buy when you can buy.
It's much better.
Yeah.
If you can afford buying, I mean, you're gonna pay rent $2,000 a month or mortgage $2,000 a month. Would you rather buying or renting and losing money?
Another thing that I have found helpful when I'm talking to someone about renting versus owning is to suggest that they talk to their accountant or to an accountant, because that accountant is going to talk to them about the income tax refund that they can get. Sometimes it can be as much as a third of your mortgage that you'll get back in credits towards your income tax. So it's very smart to also talk to an accountant as well as to a very knowledgeable realtor, as you will be as you learn about rent versus own.
Perfect. Couldn't said better. So really
Go
good.
out there and buy.
Yes.
Sell. Go out there and sell.
And tell your clients, don't rent, buy a house. It's much easier.